My Gua Sha routine. I'm Laura Ray. I've had a lot of questions sent to me about Gua Sha, more than any video I've ever done. So in this video, I want to show you my 5-minute routine and also answer some of your questions. I start off with this oil from Alana Mitchell. You need to use an oil. Moisturizer is not recommended because there's not enough slippage. It will dry before you're done. So you really need an oil. This is coconut oil that's fractionated, that's meant to go all over the body. I love this for my lips also. So I just put a few drops on the tips of my fingers and then just press in all the areas I'm going to be working. I'll start on the neck and work up to the top of my forehead. So by the time I get there, if I don't have enough oil on, then I'll just reapply. Now, I get a lot of questions about the direction of using the tool, and I want to talk about the tools first. I bought so many of them. I'm going to use this one today. This is a steel tool, but this is another favorite. I'll use a Jade, and then I also bought this one. This is also a dupe for one that runs around $70. This was very affordable. But what you're looking for in the tool is areas where you can go along the jawline, go around the eyes. That's why I like this shape a lot. And you'll see a lot of the jade stones and others made this way. But I'm going to start with this long, flatter edge here on the neck. Now I get the most questions about this, which direction to go. If you're looking for lift, you're going to go upward. If you want the lymphatic drainage, which is what this is all about, getting the blood moving, lymphatic drainage, then you want to go down. And you'll see during the routine, I will do that. But I might start just loosening my neck up. Now, another great idea is to do some neck stretches before you even start the routine. So you might want to do sort of like this and hold very gentle. Everything should be done gently. I'm going to stretch out a little bit. Maybe put your head down, stretch this way. Look up. Just get everything loose. You never want to move too quickly. Also, when you're going up the neck, the tool is held like at this angle where it's not like this, but more flat. And you want to move with a very light pressure. You could cause problems for yourself if you use too much pressure. So use like a feather touch as you're doing this and do about 5 strokes in each direction. I'm going to go up the middle, and this is where you would need that tool to have that hole there, and then wiggle at the end. If you watch experts that do this for a living, estheticians, you'll always see them do a wiggle at the end, and that is to get the lymph moving. There's no pump in your body for the lymphatic system. So the blood has the heart to move it, but the lymphatic system has nothing. So we're trying to get that fluid out, and so that little wiggle is meant to push the lymph. Now, when you're doing your jawline, which I think the Gua Sha has really helped with this and the jawline for me, put 2 fingers here, put your jaw right in the little opening here, and just gently glide up all the way to the ear, and then do a little wiggle. And I do 5 for each stroke that I'm doing. And I'm going to do one side of my face so you can see the difference. I think the difference would show up more if I didn't do this on a consistent basis, but I do, so I don't get too much puffiness anymore. I've been doing this for over 2 years now. That's another question I get. How long have you been doing Gua Sha? But there have been periods of time, like when I was moving, that I wasn't doing it. So now I'm going to take this other tool and show you something to help with lip lines around the mouth and for making your lips fuller. Take the little edge here and do tiny circles right on those lines, like this. And just go back around 5 times. Now, sometimes when I'm doing this, I'll hear crunching like a knot. And think of how much our lips move, especially being a teacher. I'm talking all day. So I've never smoked, and I still have fine lines. So everyone gets them. Now I like to go on my actual lip with a tool, sort of just get the blood flowing to the lips. And again, I'm going very gently. So for the lines here, what I've seen some people that do this regularly do is do like a little zigzag in here to get that area of the blood moving. So I'm going to gently hold here and then just go back and forth. I like to do little circles too. And you'll see a little pink to the skin. My skin easily gets flushed, so you'll see it more in me than other people that don't have such sensitive skin. Now I'm going to work on sculpting the cheekbones here. And so I like to go in with, say, this tool, go here, go under the cheekbone, come up here, and wiggle. Now my favorite is the under eye. If you have puffiness, this is going to really help. Just gently go under the eye and wiggle. I get the question a lot, isn't this going to stretch my skin out and make it worse? This is like sort of fitness for your skin. They've been doing Gua Sha for over 2,000 years in Chinese medicine for many things. They do Gua Sha all over the body to heal from illnesses. I feel it really has helped my sinuses, all this drainage. Sometimes I'll feel like stuff coming down my throat as I'm doing this because I'm getting sinus drainage. I've done it when I've been sick before, and it's really helped me when I've had sinus infections. Now I'm going to go for the brows. I've seen it done both ways, going across like this and also going up. So I'm going to show you both. So I just put like my 2 fingers here and just gently glide. And sometimes I forget to wiggle at the end, so I'll go back and sort of do that. You don't have to be so perfect with this. I think people get very intimidated by Gua Sha because they feel they have to be so perfect with it. Now I'll just sort of go up like this, go all the way to the top of the forehead and wiggle. There are people who even do Gua Sha for hair to get hair growth. They have a Gua Sha comb. I think I'll try that. Although the Vegamore has done incredible things for my hair. It's getting so thick. All right, so we're done with that part. They usually, people who, again, are estheticians or do this as part of their living, they will divide the forehead sort of into 3 sections. So I'm going to work on this in here next and just go up. And the strokes they use typically for this area is upward and also from the center out to the side. Like this, holding this part here and then gliding across and do a little wiggle here. Now another thing, if you're like me and you have a line in between your brows, I like to take this tool and just gently sort of go back and forth. Part of why I have that line is actually my skull caves in. So over time, that's why I've formed that line. And maybe if you feel that, you'll feel your bone slipping in there. And of course, as we age, sometimes we lose bone. So that would make sense. We get a deeper line as we age. But I found this really does help. I'll just go back and forth, little circles, just to sort of plump up the skin. Now let's talk about who shouldn't do Gua Sha. If you have Botox or fillers, what I read online is at least 4 weeks from when you get them done before you should do anything. And I would still talk to your doctor about it. They may advise against it depending how much of that you have. I have no Botox or fillers. I never have. So I've been able to do that. And also if you're on blood thinners, they don't recommend. And if you have any kind of illness, cancer, other things, I would still, for anyone, you could talk to your doctor, but especially if you're on multiple medications, you will definitely want to do that. But basically, I'm going to restart. Let's stop a minute and see this side of my face versus this side before I go to the other side. And there are celebrities that go and get Gua Sha done for an hour. They have, highly trained people that do these hour Gua Shas, and they might just go once a month or something. But you can do Gua Sha at home for like what I do, 5 minutes. And I get the question a lot, should I do this in the daytime or night? If you have time in the morning before work, this is great because while you're sleeping, that lymph is building up. You know how we wake up with puffy eyes and those things. So if you can squeeze in your 5 minutes before work, I think that would be the best time to do it for looks, for the physicality of it, seeing your face look plumped up and fresh and lifted. If you don't, do it at night. It's very relaxing. There's actually a lot of people online that said it can help with anxiety because it's like going for a massage, basically. So see how I'm taking the tool. This set that I got has about 5 different tools in it. I really like playing around. It depends too on the shape of your face. I just think certain tools would work better. I find some of these work better for areas of my face than others. I really love this for the under eye because it is small here and I can just gently, I'm going to add a little more oil because I'm feeling a little bit of tug there. Now, another question I get is at the end, what do I do with the oil? Do I wipe it off? Do I leave it on? It depends what's going on with your day. If you're staying home and you're not applying makeup, you could just leave that oil on and let it hydrate the skin. I usually am doing this then going to work, so I can take a tissue or one of my soft towels and just sort of blot. What I love about this Alana Mitchell is it sinks in at a good pace. So I don't have like a heavy oil on my skin. So if I'm at home, I just leave it on and I don't take it off. So let's go ahead and we're going to do the brow now. And again, it takes a little bit of practice if you're a righty using the left hand, but that's good for your brain to do that, to use the opposite side that you're used to. I am going to switch here and just sort of hold and go up like this. And like I said, I don't always do a wiggle at the end. I know that people that do it for a living do, but if I forget, I don't feel like it's the end of the world. I don't have to be so perfect with this. Now I want that lymph fluid to really drain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and do the jaw and then go down the neck. And I feel this really helps loosen my tight neck too. I have tight neck like most people do from staring at a computer a lot or looking down on the cell phone. So I really love working the neck. So I'm going to take, again, this part. Let's get the tool right here. It should go this way with the bigger part in the bottom. Go all the way up and then sort of turn the tool and then lightly go down the neck. And you'll feel bumps. I hit a bump, a speed bump right here where there's a knot in the neck. And this will help with that. And Gua Sha, there's lots of great videos on YouTube. There are people that have done amazing videos and show you how to use it on the chest. I've done Gua Sha on my arm. There are some Instagrammers that do it and show it on their legs. Just all over it's used. And again, like I said, this has been used for over 2,000 years in China. So it's part of their, they look at it more like a medical for helping with disease and anxiety. That's my Gua Sha routine, 3 to 5 minutes a day. Gets that lymphatic system going, will help with puffy eyes, and it's also great if you have a headache. A lot of people do Gua Sha to get rid of headaches. I had one of my subscribers write and said it really helped with her jaw. I've used it when I've had earaches. I've taken the tool and gone up here and even around my ear and down. And these earaches are more like sinus pressure, and it's helped with that. Like I said, I can feel the fluid just draining. It's amazing. It does feel great on your chest too. We have so many lymph nodes in this area that it really does make you feel better to get that all moving. I hope you enjoyed this routine. Let me know in the comments if you've tried Gua Sha. I would love to hear what it's done for you. And let's get that talk going about it. It's so exciting because it's something you can do that's so affordable, but you get great results at home. I love you all so much. Have a blessed and beautiful week, and I'll see you soon.